After almost being wiped out a century ago, Canada's bison populations are making a historic comeback, and it could be thanks to what Parks Canada calls its bison stewards. These stewards have been following a herd that was released in Banff National Park back in July as it adjusts to life in the wild, and it can involve tracking the animals for hundreds of kilometers by foot, ski, or horseback. Dylan Watt is one of them, and he joins me from Calgary. Dylan, before we start, I just want to thank you for your work. I think that what you're doing is really important to Canadian heritage and our Canadian identity. I don't think that's overstating it. So really, thanks to you and everyone who does what you do. I appreciate it.
I appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
So let's talk about this. So Parks Canada had previously been holding this herd in a soft pasture. They were released into Banff National Park, and now for the first time in about a century, bison are roaming wild in Banff. How's the herd doing so far?
They're doing great. There's 34 animals in the reintroduction zone, and right now they're on some of the best winter range in the heart of the reintroduction zone, and things are going as we hoped, and it's a real great honor to see them back on that landscape.
So that's what's happening with the bison. What about the bison stewards? You track these animals all day long over vast distances. What's life like for you?
Yeah, Bison Stewards is a nickname that's been given to our team of resource management officers that work on this project. We have a pretty awesome job. Our days start early. We feed and care for the horses in the morning, spend long days out in the field, and then normally spend the evenings at one of our backcountry patrol cabins for some nice, quiet backcountry nights before starting again the next day.
And Dylan, what are you looking for as you follow these animals through their daily routine?
Big part of our job right now is monitoring and reporting on the daily movements of the bison and their behavior. And coming into winter here, the change in their dynamics and behavior with the change in season will be something we're keeping a close eye on as well.
And what kinds of things can you relay thus far? What have you learned?
It's been really interesting in the 4 months that these animals have been free roaming, the way they've used the landscape. Earlier in the summer, they were up in some higher alpine terrain above tree line before moving down into more of what we'd expect their habitat used to be now. And it's a daily learning thing from them. And we have this awesome opportunity in the next few years to learn more from these animals.
Yeah, there's an opportunity, but they're still at risk. According to Wildlife Conservation Society, 2,200 bison in the wild, but the habitat loss, disease are still big issues for the animal. Is there any chance that we're going to expand this program beyond the 2,200, or are they still at risk?
What we're working on right now on the ground in Banff is a 5-year pilot project. So the information we gather here over the next few years will be really critical in informing future decisions about how we proceed with the project. But right now, it feels really good for our team. It's really gratifying to be part of our contribution to the larger international efforts of bison conservation.
Well, Dylan Watt, thank you so much for being here, for sharing the story. We feel very proud here on Your Morning to help share your story. So all the best to you. And keep warm out there.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Thanks.